According to Psychology Today, most of our decisions are driven by emotion, even though most people think that they approach decision-making through their logic. Emotions are much more powerful, but logic, the ability to make decisions using rational thought processes, is something that may be missing from our lives. The issue is that even though rational people think that they're making rational decisions, many times these decisions are emotionally based, wrapped with logical thinking. It goes like this. The logical people say that the emotional driven people are making illogical decisions, while the emotional driven individuals share that the logical people's decisions are usually cold and overcalculated. So in this video, we're going to explore together which force guides us more effectively. First, let me tell you that in a seminal experiment conducted by neuroscientist Antonio Damasio, participants with damage to the emotional centers of their brains struggled immensely with even the most basic of decisions. This experiment showed that emotion is a critical component in the process of decision making. There is no one clear path to success, and therefore there will be times that we only use our intuition and feelings, while at other times we need to make completely harsh mental choices, sometimes even to protect ourselves or our interests. There are two main advantages of raising emotion over logic. The first is intuition and rapid decision making, where emotion acts as a quick guide in situations where time is of the essence and you really need to make a hasty decision. In many cases, relying on your gut feeling or intuition, which are driven by emotions, allows you to make decisions faster than a thorough logical analysis, which is sometimes fear-based and causes procrastination. The second reason is that decision that comes from our heart is aligned with our higher purpose. To allow these decisions to come to light shows that we are surrendering to a higher power and to our true path, even though we don't always see it or understand it from where we are currently standing right now. The disadvantages of favoring emotion over logic is that emotions can introduce a sort of subjective bias into our decision-making process, which then leads to favoring personal feelings over objective facts. This then clouds our judgment and creates inaccurate assessments of different situations. Emotions can also lie and be irrational because by definition they are not controlled by logic. For example, we have a belief that contradicts other people's beliefs and we are eager to prove them wrong while proving ourselves to be correct. This type of emotion can easily blind us to ignore facts in order for us to maintain our current belief and convince the other side. Also, fear. If we are afraid of starting something new, or we are afraid of leaving a bad situation, this clouds our judgment of the situation and we tend to freeze and not make a decision. The second major disadvantage of using emotion over logic is vulnerability to manipulation. Emotions or emotional decisions can make us vulnerable to external manipulations. Simple things like advertisement or wanting to belong to certain groups in society, they can really exploit our emotional triggers, which then makes us make choices that do not align with our long-term interests. Now let's talk about favoring logic over emotion in our decision-making process. When we do prefer logic over emotion, then logic provides a framework for analytical precision in decision-making. And logic does bring consistency and predictability. Logical decisions, being based on a systematic evaluation of evidence or facts, tend to be more consistent and predictable. But the main disadvantages of logic is that you may result in having a bad gut feeling, which simply means we are betraying our inner guidance. Most people actually get these feelings quite a lot, but simply choose to ignore them as they have yet to build a proper trust in the universe and in their higher guidance that's always sending them clues. Let me tell you also where we fail. We fail when we use logic, for example, to hire or trust people that tell us all the right words and we ignore that gut feeling that we have when we first meet them. Another example is that logically a partner may look great on paper, but they do not create feelings of love and excitement internally. So we go with that partnership, but after some time, we feel that misalignment that we previously ignored. In the end, what I see with people that are working on their personal development is that they create a balance between the rationality and emotion. Those that are very in tune with life itself will actually just feel guided. And that guidance eventually makes sense after a while. And after a long time that you follow that guidance, synchronicity begins sending you gifts in many forms that make your decision making much simpler. There is one last point that is very important for us to understand when we make any decision. Life is about movement, and emotionally based decisions are usually postponed when we say, let me sleep on it, or I'll decide tomorrow. It's always better to make a decision than to be stuck, just so we can get the ball rolling and allow the energy to flow according to the divine plan. To summarize, it becomes evident that neither emotion or logic is superior. Instead, it's the delicate integration of these two forces that births the best of choices. Usually, the decision that comes from the gut and feels right is the best decision.